Hello and welcome back. Today is a good day because your boy has just finished 5 years worth of exams, assignments, the whole shebang for the foreseeable future. So I thought what better way to celebrate that freedom by playing some games. So we've got Super Auto Pets opened up. It's a game that's getting a bit of traction in the Twitch streamer community. And as a YouTube channel with only 100 or so subs, if we want our content to get out there, we got to start sooner than later. So we're gonna jump into an arena game. I'll do my best to explain the game. If you've already played this game before, then just bear with me, just so I can catch other people up with how the game works. But we've got okay. Our goal is to get to 10 wins by beating other teams or other players' teams of pets or animals that they have created as well. So these 5 spaces here, that's our team slot, and here is the shop. So we're able to purchase 3 animals from our shop right now. And so we can buy fish, an otter, or an ant, and we can also roll to change the animals in our shop as well if we want to roll with if we want to go with the different animals. So usually what I like to do, I like the fish, so we're going to add that to our team. They cost 3 gold, all animals cost 3 gold, and we have 10 gold to spend every turn in total. So we're going to buy one of these. Animals also have different abilities, so if we'll get to this later, but they have different abilities and they have different stats as well. So this fish, it does 2 damage to another animal, and it also has 3 health. So it can take a hit of up to 3, and then after that, the next animal will be battled against. So we're gonna add this otter to our team as well. The otter has the ability to give a random friend +1 and +1, so you can see it's increased to 3, 4 now. And we're also going to get, we'll just buy an ant as well. And then now we have 1 gold left. This also costs 3 gold, so we can't really do anything with that at the moment. I'll explain it if we get around to buying that. And then, so with 0 gold, we also have a freeze mechanic that lets us keep shop animals if we like it for our next turn. Since next turn our animals will get re-rolled, so we're going to freeze that to keep that there, and then we're going to end turn. Now this is where the fun begins. This is where the fun begins, because now not only do we start the game battling other people, but we get to choose our team name, which is arguably the best part of the game. So what do we want to name our team? We're going to be the, so we have an adjective and then a noun. We're going to be the confused doggies, and then we're going to send it. Having some server issues today, but that's alright. We'll confirm our team name, and now our animals get sent to battle. Alright, so I'll also run how the battle works as well, just briefly, and we'll do it slowly for now. So you would have seen that 2-2 beaver just died with a 3-1. This is also happening very fast, but that's okay. All that matters is that we've won our first round, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign. So that's our first out of 10 wins, and now we go into our second turn, and we have 4 lives to play with. So if we lose 4 times, then the game is over. Then we start again. But what we can do with this new team is we can level up our animals as well. So if we drag this otter onto an existing animal that we already have, it will increase the stats by +1, +1. So we'll do that. And as you can see, it has, we didn't drag it onto the other, but for example, if we do it like this, then it will do +1, +1. And then once it does level 2, once animals hit level 2, then usually their ability will get more effective and stronger as well. We're going to re-roll the shop one more time, since re-rolling only costs 1. That will leave us with 6 gold left, and then with 6 gold, that'll usually let us afford 2 things. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to buy this ant, and then we're also going to we can level up straight away this otter now. It takes 3 of the same animal to level up, so I'm thinking we'll do that later, because once we level up, we actually get a new animal in the shop that appears for us that is a higher tier, so which is a better animal. So we're going to do that later. And so that allows us to have the maximum number of animals in our team as well. And then we'll end our turn, and then we'll go to battle again. So we have a really strong fish. Our fish is a 4-5, which usually gets through a lot of the smaller animals at the beginning of the game. So this ant only has health of 1, So that 4 damage is going to get through that 1 health quite easily. This mosquito will do 4 damage to our 3 health fish, so they trade. The 3-1 and the 2-1 will also trade. Now this 4-4 auto is going to get through this horse, the 1-1 horse, very easily. And you'll be left with 2 health. So hopefully it's all making sense. We're in turn 3 now. So here's the cool part. So when we level up an animal, a new one will get added in the shop. So, and we have a badger. What does the badger do? So the faint means when it dies, something happens. So the faint for the badger, it deals attack damage to adjacent pets, so it will do 5 damage. We'll see if we want that a bit later, but I do also want to level up this otter. If you can let me do that. Okay, there we go. So leveling up the otter has also given us a giraffe. So at the end of our turn, this giraffe will give the friend ahead +1/+1, which is actually a really good ability. So I am inclined to put a giraffe on the team. Hopefully the server will let us do that. Sometimes the server won't let us do that, and then it just completely re-rolls the shop, and then it's very sad. And I don't mind rolling a badger for now. I'm going with one, so we'll roll the shop, see if there's anything else that we want to get with 3 gold, and if not, then we'll put the badger on the team. And usually animals that give other animals, you know, permanent increased statistics, that's gonna get you the win, just because to get to 10 wins is a long time. It's a long time, but with the help of, you know, animals that increase the stats of other animals, it becomes a lot easier. So we're doing very well at the moment. And now with turn 4 with 10 gold, I think we still want to make this fish bigger. We have a very strong fish at the moment, so I don't mind a 5-6 fish at all. Now with no animals that we really want, I think we re-roll, and then with the 6 gold left, we could think about selling an animal. Selling an animal will give us 1 gold in return, and then we can obviously use that however we like. So we could be a little bit risky. Re-roll, and that's exactly what we're looking for, an animal that we already have. So when we buy, the ability of the otter, because it's level 2 now, it gives a random friend +2/+2. I do want to sell this badger first, because I don't think we're going to be rolling with it long term, so we're just going to sell that for now to give us the 1 gold back. This otter will give us +2/+2 on a random animal. You got the ant, which is actually pretty good, and we want to buy this flamingo. So when the flamingo dies, it gives the 2 friends behind the flamingo +1/+1. So if we put it here, these 2 animals will give will get +1/+1. With 0 gold, we'll end our turn, and then again we hope for the best. We hope for the best. Okay, so it's 3-1, 4-4. Unfortunately, it gets knocked out, but we do get the buff. So the honey, or yeah, as you can see on the animals, that was the small pot of honey. What that does is when the animal dies, it spawns a 1/1 bee. So that's pretty much all it did. So we didn't get any of that just because we didn't think it was necessary. It looks like it's doing pretty well for this team at the moment, but I think our 9-8 fish is going to get through everyone else quite easily. And we win if we have, obviously, all our squad members left. So, but if both teams lose their animals as well, then it becomes a draw. All right, so now we have some interesting animals. So now that we're you know, getting later in the game, more late game animals and more lot stronger animals appear as well. So we have to also start considering how we might want to, you know, take out some of the earlier game animals for some late game better ones. At the moment, I don't think there's any that we do want from this shop, so we're going to re-roll it just for now. Now, garlic is great, so I haven't talked too much about food yet, but there's pretty much 2 types of food. There's food that increases your stats, that increases the strength and, you know, the health, and there's food that is you know, what do you call it, like a permanent, well, I guess food is permanent as well. It's like a buff. So, for example, this garlic armor, if we buy the food for 3 gold and put it on a pet, they take 2 less damage every time they hit, which is a very good a very good food item because it does a lot of damage reduction early in the game. So we're gonna roll with that. We're also going to I think we might re-roll for now. The server might not want us to re-roll. That's alright. Okay. But this is what we're looking for. So a pill is also really good food item as well, because it only costs 1 gold, but it makes a friendly pet faint during our turn and not during battle. So the faint abilities also work during our turn as well. So if this flamingo, if it faints, then it still gives the 2 friends behind the +1 and +1. So I would like to do that. So we're gonna move our fish here first. We can benefit from the +1/+1 since our fish is quite strong at the moment. We'll move it back, and then I like having this ant at the front. But what we could also do maybe is freeze this kangaroo and then re-roll just in case we might want to go with the kangaroo if there's nothing else we want. The kangaroo is quite good. If the friend ahead attacks, it gains +2 and +2. So we're going to roll, and I think we're actually going to go with this swan instead. At the start of our turn, it gives us an extra 1 gold to spend. So that's gonna be our turn. We're gonna end it. We're doing really well at the moment. 4 wins. I mean, 4 wins and like no losses so far is really good. I mean, like you can usually expect at least a couple of losses, or one or at least one, you know, early on. But we're doing very well. Our ant is just extremely strong, and as you can see, it would usually take 3 damage, but because of garlic armor, we only take 1. That was still a lot of damage we just took. But yeah, we get through this very easily. So with 3 squad members left, we're doing, you know, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Halfway to 10 wins as well, which is great. In turn 6, so what we could do is we could level up everyone right now. But I also like, I do like the garlic armors. So we're going to give garlic armor to our 6/7 fish because it is also a very heavy hitter. I'm going to try that. Cool. And then, now here's the thing. We could level up our fish now, but if we wait a turn for turn 7, when it gives us the next tier of stronger animals, if we level up, it will give us not just that tier of animals, but the tier on top of that. So that's the ideal kind of turn we want to level up the fish. So that's why we've frozen it at the moment. As a result, we're going to roll again. It gives us a bunny, which is a great animal to have, because bunny or rabbit, when a friend eats shop food, it gives it +1 health. So anything we feed from the shop now will give our animals a bonus 1 health. And this, which makes this salad a really good, you know, synergistic item because it gives 2 random pets +1 and +1. A lot of food items usually give, you know, animals just the 1, just like targets 1 animal, but salad targets 2, which is great. And then what I'm thinking is with 2 gold left, it's an awkward kind of spot to be in. But I guess we can just re-roll and see if there's anything else we want to keep and freeze. Not really. So we're just gonna end turn. And the ant continues to be buffed, which is great for us. I think this draft has been doing a lot for us for the time being. But this team is looking very strong. Their dog just one-shot pretty much everything. So this is gonna be our first loss. So, but that's all right. With you know, we've already made it to turn 5. So it's all 5 wins and no losses. So it's actually really good for us. So now we level up the fish. It gives us a cow, which is really good actually. I'm inclined to, I do want to level, you know, add one to the otter as well. Otter boss the ant, which is great. And now I'm thinking this cow is really good because it replaces the food shop with 2 free milk that gives +2 and +2, which synergizes with the rabbit as well. So what I'm thinking is we sell this giraffe. It's been doing a lot of stuff for us, but +1/+1 at the end of our turn now, it doesn't actually do too much. It doesn't make the animal stronger by a lot. So we're going to buy this cow, which will give our shop 2 free milks. We're going to sell the cow so we can get 3 gold, and then buy a second rabbit. Now the cool thing is that this stacks, so now we get 2 triggers of the rabbit that gives 1 health when we feed it shop food. So we're gonna feed this ant with the milk that. So we're gonna keep on strengthening our ant, which is really good. Crab is also an interesting animal. We'll explain it later if we do end up rolling it. It pretty much inherits the health from the animal in front, which if we put behind the ant, then as you can imagine, it's gonna be a very healthy, be a very healthy crab. Our ant gets through the whale pretty easily. It's gonna get through their ant pretty easily as well. It's gonna get through their camel by trading. We also trade with the dodo, and this dolphin gets traded with the otter very easily as well. Okay, all right, getting our wins. We've got the 6 wins. Can I get to 10? That's the question. That's the question. Okay. We can upgrade the rabbit. And then we can try the crab. You know, if we come across any better animals in the future, then we'll just sell it. Which shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, the otter is exactly what we're looking for, because we can get it to level 3, and then once we get it to level 3, I don't think it's going to be too relevant of an animal to keep around anymore, so we are going to freeze it just so once we hit turn 9, we can level it up. So in the meantime, we're just going to add this meat bone to the crab, which gives the crab a bonus 5 damage every time it hits, and with, you know, a 22 health, you know, 22 health bonus, it's gonna do quite a bit. So, and then at the end we could re-roll 3 times, but we could also just buy a cupcake that gives a pet +3/+3 until the end of battle. So +3 is very strong. It's a very strong food item, but it doesn't last around. But actually our bunny makes it work very well. All right, and done. There were a couple of ordering ways we could have ordered that play to maximize the best. Okay, this scorpion is gonna just one-shot our ant because the scorpion is very strong. But hopefully we'll be okay. The scorpion pretty much just one-shots anything. So it's a very strong, what do you call it? Very strong animal. But we still win these though. We still win these. The badger does kill our otter, but our rabbit defeats the bee, which is really good. But we're seeing you know, what I don't know if I personally this like perform this well. So it's really good. It's really good first video. Okay, so now otter's level 3 with 7/8. Like compared to the ant, it's just not as strong. But this monkey though, when we end our turn, gives the rightmost friend +2/+2. It will just keep giving the ant +2. So it's like the giraffe, but you know, twice as good. So we could think about rolling with the monkey, or we could roll with the dragon, which when we buy a tier 1 pet gives all friends +1/+1, which is actually insane. And I think we might do that, because that will allow us to buy a fish, which will work with the dragon. Now we are spreading our synergies a little widely now, since we're not investing too much in the food. So that does leave us the question with, maybe we want to sell the rabbit so we can get the monkey, and kind of not worry about food at the moment. And I think that's the way to go for now, actually. Because next turn, if we want to continue to benefit off this dragon, we need an empty slot that we can continue to buy level 1 animals in if we're not looking for the fish specifically. So, go with the monkey, re-roll, and this is kind of the animals that we're looking for. So this is the tier 1s, so it will work, synergize very well with the dragon. So we'll end our turn. Monkey will give the ant +2/+2, and then we'll send it. A 22/26 ant, man. It's gonna do pretty well. So when this ant kills the rooster, it's a 7/7. The rooster will spawn a chick in its place that has the same attack as when the rooster dies. But this ant is gonna churn through the first couple of animals. Melon armor, this is very good. It absorbs 20 damage. So they absorbed all the damage and also stuck around. But we win these. We win these though. Against Swagwitch, the illegal citizens. fun part of the game is also seeing other team names. But this is good. We want to continue to see the fish being bought for the level 1s. And we could buy a chocolate to give a pet +1 experience, which is really great because it acts as a wild card. Instead of buying the animal, we can just buy the chocolate, which levels it up. I wonder if it works with the dragon, though. I'm not too sure. Hopefully it'll let us do it. Okay. Okay, no, it didn't work. So it doesn't count as buying the actual pet itself. Okay. But it gave all the animals +2/+2, but so now it doesn't do anything apart from being a 13/15. So maybe we could consider selling it for something better. So maybe we can keep the monkey and then use this fish slot as what we want to, as the slot we want to use to continue to buy the different animals. So I think we do that. I think we do that. Our fish has done a lot for us. I think it's time to let it go there. So we're going to buy this otter. It's going to give it +1 to a random animal and also trigger the dragon. We're going to sell it again. And then with 5 gold, again, it is that awkward position where we can buy one thing for 3 gold and then have 2 gold left. So we're going to freeze this left and just re-roll in case there's something else we want. For example, this pig, which is a tier 1, and when we sell it, it gives us an extra gold, so we do get exactly 3 gold back. And then we can buy this leopard, which at the start of battle will deal 50% attack damage to a random enemy. So it'll do 3 damage to a random enemy. We'll put it at the very back because it's not a very strong target either. Alright, and continues to get stronger, which is great. Okay. Bison. Amazing. There's a lot of things happening at the moment, that's okay. This bus is gonna get wrecked. We take 1 damage from the whale. We'll also only take 2 damage from that deer. The deer spawns a bus. The deer spawns a bus, which hits us for quite a lot of damage, and it goes through to the next animal as well. But we win these. We win these. That takes us to 9 wins. One more and we're like, we've won the game. One more and we win the game. This is crazy. Okay, so we're gonna sell this leopard so we can create the space for the tier 1 animals again. So we get the fish. We'll buff everything. We could level up the crab, but it doesn't do much as level 2. The ability remains the same of kind of copying the health from the friend ahead, so it doesn't do too much for us. We'll freeze this monkey in case we want it again. Instead, since it only levels up after we get 3 monkeys, we can actually just get 2 monkeys next to each other to benefit from the stacking. Now with 6 gold left, I think we do just buy another monkey. And then buy this sushi, which gives 3 random pets +1/+1. And I think we ended. And here we hope we win. We hope we win the game. Alright, this ant gets through. It gets through this 34/34. It doesn't. They trade. That was so close though. This crab will get through. That was easily. This dragon will also get through. We just win! We win by 1 health. Let's go. Let's go. And that's it. That's 10 wins. That's 10 wins just like that. So that's pretty much how the Super Auto Pets kind of works. Usually we're a lot unluckier. We're not gonna have as smooth as a victory as we had just then. We only lost like once though, which is very impressive for a 10-win game. So we absolutely take those. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for now. Just as a little taste of what's to come. Since we are a bit more free, well, pretty much don't have much else to do now. So we're gonna make a bit more videos, and we're gonna probably pick up the pace as well. So this is kind of like the tutorial, just so you could kind of get a hang of it to follow along. But if you did enjoy this video though, leave a like, so you can reach more people and we can get the content out there as a 100 subscriber channel, and hopefully we can by the time the game is the next Amogus, we'll have a bit more following. So I'll see you very soon. Peace.